It's going to be a showdown at the Senate chamber as Akpabio has refused to back down, while on the other hand, Natasha has also taken the next step, by filing a suit against the Senate president. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, also leave your opinions in the comments section below as well. Give this video a massive thumbs up. Don't forget that way YouTube is able to recommend this video to other YouTube viewers all around the world. The Senate on Tuesday directed its Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions to probe the conduct of a senator representing Kogi Central, Senator Natasha Akpabio, on the floor of the Senate last Thursday. It also passed a vote of confidence in Senate President Akpabio, saying he was only protecting the institution of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This was crucial to the consideration and debate on a report by the spokesman of the Senate, chairman of the Senate Committee on Media Public Affairs, Senator Yemi Adaramodu Ekiti South, on news publications and reports on the incident. Akpabio sparked controversy when she accused the Senate President, Senator Akpabio, among other things, of reallocating her seat in the Senate chambers in order to silence and intimidate her while reacting to the change of her seat. She had raised her voice in plenary to challenge the Senate President and refused all entreaties by her colleagues to explain the rationale behind the decision. Relying on Order 1B, Adaramodu cited an interview which she had with the host of Brekete Family on Human Rights Radio and TV, Ordinary Ahmed Isha, wherein she further leveled allegations against the Senate president. He decried the distorted reportage of what transpired and urged the Senate to act on it. Responding to the report, leader of the Senate, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele Ekiti Central, reminded his colleagues that there is a standing committee which addresses issues such as the one raised by the House spokesman. He therefore urged them to refer the matter to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions for further legislative action. His position was carried by the Senate President, who emphasized the importance of adhering to Senate rules. He noted that he had observed that Senator Akpabio has not studied a rule book, so she is unfamiliar with parliamentary procedures. I was a member of the 8th Senate. Today I'm a member of the 10th Senate. I believe strongly that it's only God that knows who will be a member of the 11th Senate, 12th Senate, but the institution remains. As I'm talking now, Senator Fatai Buhari knows that the rule does not allow a senator to sit anywhere. But if you need to make a contribution, you must go back to your seat, and this is part of the maintenance of order by the presiding officer. The first time the issue came up, our distinguished sister was not even speaking from her seat, and that was when we tried to call her to order. I think part of the problem is when people come from courts declared senators, they miss the orientation. Akpabio subsequently ordered the management of the National Assembly to henceforth organize periodic orientation for senators who did not start from the beginning of the assembly. Because I remember that this particular Senator Akpabio, on the day she was sworn in, raised her hand to speak. I was scared, but I had to recognize her because I was saying, we just gave her the rule book as part of what we give to you when you are sworn in. So I said, has she even opened the rule book to know what to say before? She made a complete deviation. I think 2 days later, she got a motion. There is nothing wrong with being vibrant, but there is a lot wrong when you don't know anything about the procedure. Akpabio cited various sections of a Senate standing orders to justify his stance, stressing that he has been empowered to suspend erring senators for 14 days in the first instance without any committee investigating the matter to ensure that decorum is maintained at all times. Justifying his directive for the sergeant-at-arms to walk her out when she refused to calm down, he read Section 66, subsection 1 from the Senate Rule Book. In the case of sitting as chairman of a committee of a whole, he shall order such a senator whose conduct is grossly disorderly to withdraw immediately from the Senate for the remainder of that day's sitting. The President of the Senate shall order such a senator to withdraw in the event that he views her conduct or his conduct to be disorderly for the remainder of that day's sittings, and the sergeant at arms shall act on such orders, or he may receive from the chair impetus of this order. Look at 51, behavior of senators in the Senate. This one is a general thing we must read when given to us. It's like a Bible in a church and like a Quran in a mosque. At the entry, or let's say during a sitting, that is section 55, subsection 2, all senators shall enter or leave a Senate with decorum. It means that the sanctity of a Senate must be maintained, and please go through it. You see what is expected of a senator. You can't even cross the floor during sittings. You can't chew chewing gum during sittings. You cannot even drink water in the chamber during sitting. We cannot pass between chairs at the point of putting a question during sitting. No senator can step out of the chamber or pass between chairs. Then, if you go to section 6, the President of the Senate shall allocate a seat to each senator. A senator may only speak from the seat allocated to him, provided that the President of the Senate may change that allocation from time to time. Here, this book here gives the power to the Senate President to even suspend the senator for at least 14 legislative days without reference to any committee. And that means if we are sitting 3 times in a week, that comes to about 5 weeks without reference to any committee. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Let's have your thoughts. This is coming from Akpabio. Akpabio has explained reasons using the rule book of the Senate as a backing for why he asked Sergeant at arms to walk out of his chamber when she wasn't coming down, and why he also referred the matter to ethics. He was even saying that he has a right to suspend any senator for 14 days without even referring the matter to the Committee on Ethics. But where I'm confused is we all know that the Senate President has a right to allocate seats to any senator at any point in time, or to adjust sitting arrangements and all of that. What I'm confused about is that, is this just, a reallocation of seats for just Senator Natasha Akpabio, or this reallocation of seats was done for everybody? You get, if it was done generally, I don't think there should be an issue. But when you now unpick people that you want to reallocate their seat, it could be for personal reason, it could be for personal grudge, who knows? It could be, according to what has been alleged by Senator Natasha, it could have emanated from the grudge that Akpabio has harbored, ever since the nightclub comments that he made, which Nigeria, made him to apologize for. The reallocation of seats was just for Natasha Akpabio, just only her seat was reallocated or adjusted or changed, then there is a problem. Then it only means that it was not done in good faith. It only means that, there's a reason behind it. But if a seats change or seats reallocation was done generally, I don't think there should be an issue. But what do you all think? I'm throwing this to you. Thank you very much for always listening, guys. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain for now. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.